What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag, Miss Boosh Bag, to you and your friend. So this episode starts off with Left and Right Cheek and Minnie talking about the party and what happened with money, and Emily is asking Minnie if she's going to talk to Money about it, and it seems really weird that Minnie is kind of seeming a little bit shady towards Money. Not even just upset about what happened, but like a little a little over the top. I'm not really feeling it. But anyway, she says that yeah, she hasn't talked to her at all, but she wants to. All right. So then we go to the Tiny Twins. And they were saying that their parents protected them so much through life, so they just never even got their driver's license. So they want to learn how to drive. So they go on their little lesson, and they had to get, what is it, pedal extenders, because they are so little, and was driving all kind of crazy. I mean, I was just looking, I was like, poor instructor, because she really turned in that corner. It looked like they were really, really close to the curb, and they was both laughing at each other. And the fat boyfriend, what is that, Amanda's boyfriend? I don't know his name. He was in the back laughing, and they were laughing at each other. But they both did well. No accidents. They both ran past the stop signs, but I guess that's okay because their instructor said they did great. Hit him with a high five. All right, this is the part where I'm confused. Minnie decides to go to Juicy's house to talk to her. Now, she's saying that Juicy apologized and she's hoping it's sincere, so she's going to see if it's sincere. First of all, I felt like the apology was so ridiculously insincere. I don't know how you could even take it seriously. Are you serious? So you ain't friends with Money no more for sticking up for you, but you take this fake apology as a real apology, and now you're going over to the girl's house before you even talk to your friend that stuck up for you. That don't really make... Anywho, all right, so she gets in there, and Juicy opens the door, gives her some wine or whatever, and she asks her if her apology was real. Like, does she really want to try to mend their friendship? She misses her, all of this and all of that. And Juicy says stuff along the same lines, like she also misses her. She would like to mend some fences and everything. And then they both kind of shadily once again talked about money. Like, what you doing? Juicy like, what you doing hanging out with somebody like that? Like what? I mean, she is a little bit ghetto and rough around the edges, or maybe a lot of bit ghetto and rough around the edges, but she's being led to believe, she's just trying to help her friend, and you came in, you did all this bad stuff to her, you throwing shade, and she got mad. She didn't want you there, nobody wanted you there, and she's just the one who actually said it. So, yeah. But they are kind of talking about her like she's some sort of street trash or something, you know what I mean? Like, why is she there? She just went so crazy. It was so ridiculous. So I didn't really like that about Minnie. They were basically saying something that the other girls were asking about earlier. Like, do you think that she's jealous? She don't want nobody else to be her friend? And Juicy said the same thing. You think she's jealous? She don't want you to have no other friends? And Minnie was like, well, I don't know. But I don't know where anybody's getting that dumb shit from. Were we not watching the same damn fight? I know exactly why she was upset. She told the girl, basically, fuck you, I don't need to know you. The girl basically told her she wasn't shit, and she got mad. She didn't want her there. She said something about it. The girl popped off at her, and she took it there. So that don't got nothing to do with being her friend. First of all, I would have never thought that she would have been the girlfriend anyway. So if I'm going to be jealous of her having another friend or other friends, I'll probably be jealous of one of the other girls in the group, not this bitch that she ain't supposed to forgive. Like, are you serious? So yeah, I don't even get where that fits in or is logical or makes any sense, but whatever. If that's what everybody's thinking, I guess it's just the ongoing thought. All right, so now, Money has not told Moreland about the fight again. You know, this girl keeps a lot of secrets. She likes to save it for a special occasion. Anyway, she's telling him, and he's like, well, you know, I want to try to be objective, so I don't want to just be all super mad at Minnie, but you should just talk to her, because you're obviously bothered by what happened or whatever, and she is really bothered. You know, she's saying that this girl been her best friend since she moved to Atlanta, and you know, she really care about her, and she's really hurt by how mad she got at her instead of getting mad at the person that she thought she should have been angry with, right? All right, so the twins realize that they do not have enough money. Well, no, that's not what they realize. I'm making stuff up, adding my own plot twist, right? They are going to, it's going to take too long for them to get their license, and they need to be able to get around right now. So they went to a bike shop to get some bikes, but because they are so little, they got to get little kids bikes. So they was really upset about that. Like, I'm a woman. I want no kids bike, and it has trainer wheels on them, so they was going buck. But they got the trainer wheels taken off, but they still both got little kids bikes. I think it's cute. Oh. Andrea, the twin with the baby, and her baby's father are at this restaurant, and they are, you know, talking again about him getting a job, which is getting so tired. Get a job already. And he like, yeah, I know, whatever. And she's like, you know, just completely fed up. Like, she don't know where this is going. Maybe I already gave this punk too many chances, because she gave us some new information. Apparently, the baby is his, because remember, I was a little confused because they didn't write when Andre came, Andre's father. They were like, Andrea's boyfriend. I'm like, okay. He wasn't around for the birth, and he wasn't around for the baby's surgery where he almost died or something based on some disease that he has from being a little person. Like, he was sick and he had to have this major operation, and he wasn't nowhere around. So basically, he's been a deadbeat, which makes me even more confused as to why he is the storyline. I guess she made him a part of the storyline for the show so that he could get a check, finally stop being as useless as he is, and actually have a little bit of money or something to offer. So she basically put him on, from what I see, because he has zero going for him. So he needs to take that money and put it towards the baby and get a job so he can have continuous money for when this whole thing is over, because it's not gonna last forever. You know what I mean? So he's basically trying to push all of that out of the way. Like, yeah, I know I wasn't there, but you don't gotta keep bringing it up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like these boys. Leave them, twins. Leave them. All right, so left cheek and right cheek had some sort of a photo shoot. I was doing something on the computer, so I don't know what the photo shoot was for, but I guess for promotions, or their website. They're looking for a job and people need photos and they need photos. So they had a photo shoot, and they were really feeling themselves based on the pictures. And the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, the tiny twins, they ain't gonna be able to compete, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm like, y'all are still hating because you telling them, oh, why are you thinking about us at a job interview? I'm like, you thinking about them before a job interview. You're literally just doing this because of them. So you do feel threatened. I want y'all to just admit that you feel threatened, okay? That. And stop acting like they are, sweating you, like they're so ugly, like they, they're not, okay? It's not like that. Okay. Now, Money decides to invite everybody to go apple picking, and that's going to be where she wants to kind of break the ice with the group, because I don't think anybody has talked really since the big fight. Well, she hasn't talked to anyone. They've talked amongst themselves or whatever, little groups here and there. But this will be her first time getting back into the group and talking to any of the girls. So they all say, yeah, sure, we'll all do the apple picking thing. Okay. On the way to the apple picking, yeah. On the way to the apple picking, the twins and Minnie and their boyfriends are all in the car together, and they're just basically letting off frustrations about some of the things that happen when you're a little person. People taking pictures of you, people talking about you, people laughing at you, people patting you on the head like a dog and treating you like a little kid and all that stuff, and how annoying it is and how they're not freaks of nature. And I think we already kind of know that about little people, but it is what it is. I don't know. It's the twins and Money are wondering why she forgave Juicy so fast. Yeah. And of course I'm wondering, not only didn't think she should have forgiven her at all, ever, definitely not that fast. Like, it didn't make much sense to me. When everybody gets there to the whole apple picking thing, Minnie's like, am I supposed to bring it up, or is Money gonna bring it up, or are we not gonna bring it up? Are we gonna avoid it and talk about it later? Like, there's confusion and there's like so much weird tension, but it seems like everybody's having fun. The boyfriends are there, the men are there helping lift them up to get their apples and things like that. So it seemed like a pretty nice little time for right now. And Money specifically said that she was afraid to say anything to Minnie. She was, feeling awkward and weird or whatever. But yeah, it's coming. So Money pulled Minnie to the side and she was like, why are you mad at me? I don't understand. I mean, could you give me an explanation about, what's going on, what that was all about? And Minnie was like, well, you just blew up. You went from like 0 to 100. She was like, yeah, I blew up. That's me. I be going off. I mean, what? But if this girl is your enemy, like, I'm sticking up for you, and then you coming at me crazy, and it basically just got into an argument. So Minnie is like, well, I thought she brought me here to apologize, but apparently she didn't. Now, I do know that Money does have some fault, because she should have maybe minded her business. Like, if Minnie didn't want to be more angry about the whole thing and wanted to try to keep it calm, then she should have just been like, whatever, and just paid it. But but the girl, once she said something to her, then she started speaking direct negativity to Money. So it wasn't really even about Minnie at that point. It was about Money. So, yeah, but she's saying, beyond all of that shit, like, what do that have to do with anything? Like, why is you being friends with this girl? Why is you letting her be at this party around your friends? So she basically just asked her, like, is the stuff that she's been saying about you, is there any truth to it? And she's saying she only thinks that because it's unreasonable for her to have forgiven Juicy after all of this stuff. Like, if this stuff really happened and she really dogged you out like this, like, who would just forgive her? It doesn't make sense. So is what she's saying true? Y'all, I'm mad and I smell lies. Lies. Okay? Because Minnie was like, okay, let me tell you something. I am not in a relationship with Pastor Troy. I have never been in a relationship with him. And I'm like, what? What? Where the fuck did that come from? Are you serious? So you've been lying this whole time after I've been defending her in all of these videos? Oh, I felt ashamed of myself. I felt like I got took from behind. Anally. I done been anally probed. She harmed me. She harmed me because I was not expecting that, because what the fuck? So Money's like, why would you lie to me, to us, to your friends? And she was like, well, everybody, I'm the only one without a boyfriend. And I didn't want to seem like, the old maid or, the ugly old chick who can't get no boyfriend or whatever. So I just made it up. And yeah, I still don't even understand that. Like, if I break up with somebody, bitch, I don't have a boyfriend right now. Really? Y'all gonna be mad at me? Y'all think something bad about me? Now, if I was a horrible, mean, negative person, every time somebody get mad at me, they might behind my back say some shit like, that's why that bitch ain't got no man. She's too negative. She always talking shit. But Minnie is a nice person. I don't think that anybody just gonna be sitting there hating on her or being mean to her or acting like she's too old or some shit just because she don't have a boyfriend and they do. To tell the truth, the only one got a boyfriend worth having or giving a damn about even mentioning is Money. Moreland is the only stand-up man on the whole show besides the people's fathers, except for Minnie's father. Every other boyfriend on there is a piece of shit. Zero people should be proud to have these men. So, girl, I would have felt like I was amongst other single women because they just as good as single because them men ain't nothing. They're invisible. I don't even see them as men. So y'all just a group of single people and Money is the only one with a man. Okay? That's the way I see it. So, okay. Then when Minnie gets home, she gotta tell her mother that it was all her fault, this fight and that the lying and all of this. I just don't understand it. Her mother didn't ask her. She was in the house, she was cooking, and she was supposed to been happy. And her mother's like, well, what you happy about? She just brought it up. Like, she could have just not lied to her mother. It doesn't make any sense. Which is why I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But anyway, going with the story that is supposed to be that she lied to her mother is not here for it. She don't give a fuck about that bullshit. She was like, that's just stupid. First of all, you're my daughter. I care about you. She goes like, I ain't raised no damn punks. You're acting like a punk ass because it doesn't make any sense. So her mother's like, don't ever do that shit again. And she was like, well, are you gonna forgive me? And she was like, well, I had to think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna forgive you. And her mother was like, so all of this shit started because you made stuff up and then you sat there and let Money stick up for you because she thinks all of this stuff happened to you and it's not even true. Like, what if they would have gotten a fight? Like, really, what if they would have gotten a fight? What if she would have not just threw the liquor? What if she would have threw the glass and it would have broke and cut Juicy? See, now I feel bad for hating Juicy. Well, I still don't because she's still so shady. If they're supposed to be friends, Minnie and Juicy, why would Juicy go behind Minnie's back to tell people that she don't have a boyfriend? Tell her. So that she could have just confided in her like, no, I'm alright, yeah, I'm making that up because I feel lonely or whatever. And you could have helped her through it. But that's not you telling her what kind of friend is she. What kind of friend are you? Because any way you slice it, Juicy was wrong. What she did was ignorant and it was hurtful. And she was being shady and going behind this girl's back and talking about her when she didn't have to. Because if you were as good a friend or if y'all were as good of friends together as you trying to make it seem, there should have been no reason she should have been feeling that isolated where she had to make up a goddamn lie. And you damn sure should have been able to let her know that you knew she was lying to her face. And not go tell people and have her crying and humiliated and all of this other stuff. I know she brought that on herself, but you just escalated it and took it somewhere where it never had to be. All of this could have been avoided if Miss Juicy would have been a better friend and told Minnie that she knew that it was not true. And it could have got squashed before it ever even got this big. So it's all of their faults at this point, but it's really Minnie's, mostly Minnie's, and then it's Juicy's. Okay, so now we got the tiny twins riding their little bikes around and whatever. And little Amanda, apparently she had surgery before for her legs or something. She gets tired a lot. They always having to rest because of her little ass. But yeah, they're having fun at the park. Ain't nothing really too much going on there. All right, so, but at the end, when they start talking about going to the Club Boogaloo that night, they're talking shit about the Cheeks like the Cheeks was talking shit about them. But yes, they're being messy and shady. And they was making fun of they twerking. Like, she can't even twerk. Her butt don't. Stupid. That was wrong. Y'all are mean. But them other bitches is mean too. So whatever. They get what they get, right? The Cheeks start talking about how they're gonna go. They're working at Club Boogaloo that night, and how the tiny twins better not show up because, you know, it's gonna be a problem. They think they all of that right now because of their little photo shoot. They really feeling themselves and all this and all that, right? Okay, so when they get there, the two Cheeks, they are up on top of the bar sitting there. I don't know what they do. Yeah, but they're sitting on the bar and they're like, they better not come here tonight because it would just be so weird. Okay, here's the thing. I don't understand what's so fucking weird about somebody coming to a club. I am of normal height, and I gotta tell you, there are hundreds of other normal height people there at the club. If I was a promoter, I'm sure there would be other normal height promoters. If I was a twerker, I'm sure there are other normal height twerkers. Like, what makes you so special that you have to be the only people just because you're little people? That doesn't, I mean, if you're saying that you're the same as everybody else, then you're the same as everybody else. Everybody's the same as everybody else. So I wouldn't expect for me to be the only goddamn person somewhere because I'm a girl, because of my job, because of my profession, because of my skin color. None of those things are exclusive things. Like, you're not the only twin. And you know you're not the only twins that work there, so I don't know what the fucking point is of y'all being mad about them working there and be like, why would they work the same night as us? Why does any other people work at the same night as y'all? Because they hired them to work and you're not in fucking charge. Like, I don't like that about the Cheeks. You know, that's petty and childish as hell. Okay, so the twins come and they have them taking drink orders or whatever. But they immediately go in on Emily, which isn't so nice because she's not showing yet and she's not doing anything, you know, harmful or disrespectful. But she was like, who comes to a club when they're pregnant? She's like sitting there on the thing looking like a hoe. Y'all so mean. Ooh. All right. But still not that mean because we see how mean the other ones are too, right? Okay, so Emily's like, yeah, look at them. They're doing like grunge work, and look at us. We're up here on the bar. I don't know how sitting on a bar makes you classy or, you know, a woman of a woman of the world. It don't make you nothing but a bitch at a club sitting on the counter. Like, yeah, we don't do the grunt work, and that's why, you know, they are blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, you was hating. You're not even drunk and you hating. So I could probably be talking a whole bunch of smack about somebody if I was pissy drunk, but you ain't drunk. You just are naturally that hateful inside. And just got an arrogant sense of, you know, whatever. Because to me, the twins seem a little bit more inclusive, just like they said the last time. So what if we work at the club? Why can't you share? Why does it matter if we work there too? And they're like, oh, we're above them. You're not above them. How are you above them? Are you higher educated? Do you have more money? Are you a higher social economic status? Like, who the fuck are you? Really? Are you in Mensa? I mean, on what tangible level are you above them? No answer? You gotta go look up what tangible means? Alright. So, so they talking all kind of shit to them, and then they decide to stop them, like, excuse me, waitress, can I get a drink? And the tiny twins, first of all, they Latino. I'm gonna just assume that they are probably Mexican, but even if they Puerto Rican, you know, they're hard workers. So doing whatever the fuck the club tell them to do, like they are, all right, they're there to make their money because they have to take care of these households, right? So they don't care what they're telling them to do. They're happy to have a job, and they're doing what is being asked of them. And the cheeks are making fun of them for it. Get my drink. And she didn't even, the twin didn't even catch no shade for that. Like, oh, well, what you want? I want this. Okay. No shade. Okay, but then the cheeks get down on the floor, and they were like, yeah, so they got y'all serving drinks. We don't serve drinks. So fucking what? Did anybody ask them? Did they say, hey, how come y'all ain't serving drink? They have zero interest in what the fuck y'all are doing. They're there trying to do their job, but y'all just came and try to get smart, try to put them down, try to be condescending and arrogant. Like, not serving drinks makes you a better fucking person. Like, people who serve drinks are less than people who sit on bars. And that's the kind of thinking that that you got going on up in here. You're definitely not above anybody, honey. Nobody. All right, so she was like, yo, we don't do no drinks. They got y'all doing the grunt work because y'all, you know, whatever. Basically trying to make them feel like they ain't shit. And she was one of the twins. I don't know which one because it's dark and they, you know, very similar. But she was getting up in Emily's face, because Emily's the one talking the shit. So she think that because she's pregnant, she could just start talking a whole bunch of smack to people, and everybody got to stand back and just let her say whatever she want to say. But you know what? You can still get punched in the face, because that ain't going to harm the baby. You can get punched in the face, right in the mouth, right in the yapper that you're smacking, okay? So, the twin was getting in her face, and then the other little one, Bree, was like, get out of her face. And she's like, what? So she starts getting over there on her, and she's like, well, don't touch her. Like, bitch, I didn't touch her. I was close to her. All right. I don't know exactly what she said, because there's a lot of little words going down and stuff, but whatever. The twin wasn't backing down, because by that time, she was mad. She was fired up. So she's getting at her, and then it just broke into a fight. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if Emily maybe tried to grab the twin that was fighting, and then the other twin just grabbed that ass. They flew onto the floor, or at least that's what I think I saw, because it happened so fast. And then I didn't know who was who, because they have similar, you know, tattoos with the feet and the legs. I don't know what the hell was going on, but child, people was getting dragged and all of this. But I think that they did not really hit Emily. Near the end, I saw Emily pulling somebody away, so she wasn't being hit. She wasn't like in the tussle, but I feel like she may have fallen on the floor at the beginning. I don't know. So were the twins wrong for coming at Emily while she's pregnant? Absolutely. Did she deserve it? Absolutely. I hope that the baby is okay. I hope the twins did not get in any type of trouble, you know, go to jail. She don't try to sue or whatever. And she need to just basically watch her mouth. Everybody needs to check their attitude. People need to stop acting like they're better than other people. People need to come clean with their friends. I think these two groups of real twins and fake twins need to come together, admit that they got some little hardship and grudges against each other, and squash it, because it's just going to keep on getting out of hand. And with Emily being pregnant and coming out of pocket all the motherfucking time with her goddamn mouth, it's going to be too many issues. And yeah, she going to wind up getting hurt and losing that baby. So, am I at the end? Yes! Okay, so that was the end. And this episode obviously had more turns than I expected, especially Minnie. What is going on? I'm mad at her still. But yeah, if you agree with what I said or with my thoughts, let me know down in the comments. If you do not agree, let me know down in the comments, but do not talk about my hair or my mother, all right? Because I don't like when people do that. But anywho, love you guys. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for watching, y'all. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos.